is just going to be an intake, so I'll be asking you a few questions. Congratulations, first of all, on your beautiful baby. Oh, that's so wonderful. So you had a boy or a girl? Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so I'm looking forward to getting to know more about you during this intake session. And as you know, the first session is complimentary. It's just me getting to know you, what your goals are, and just getting into what we'll be doing together on this health and wellness journey. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So I have my questionnaire here, and I will be taking some notes. Okay. So let's get right into it. So you had your 6 weeks clearance from the doctor. Everything was good when they checked on you. Okay, perfect, perfect. So again, this is just going to be a gentle postpartum check-in, and you can take your time answering these questions. There's no rush. There is no right or wrong answer either. I want you to know, I want you to be completely honest, because the only way that I can help you is if we are completely transparent with one another, what it is that you're looking to do and what you are able to do. We want to set realistic goals, okay? So, how have you been feeling physically since your delivery? And also, did you have a vaginal or cesarean birth? Okay, okay. And so, how have you been feeling physically? Okay. Completely understand that, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll definitely be mentioning that. And you're just feeling like in this, yeah. And that makes absolute sense that you would be feeling some abdominal discomfort at times, okay? But they checked and they didn't see anything that was alarming or cause for concern. Okay. I will also always check in with one another on how you're feeling physically, okay? So I don't want you to ever feel like you are being dismissed, or your pain rate doesn't matter. You should never be in pain and go through an exercise. I don't want you to be, I don't want you to further hurt yourself ever, okay? That's never the goal. Yeah. So we'll be doing some deep breathing exercises, absolutely. I'm working on that deep core exercise, and we'll be going into that slowly, okay? Slowly, gently. Gentle gains, okay? Gentle gains. That means that we're going at your pace, and there is no race, okay? It's you versus you, and you are loving yourself through the whole process, okay? So, how is your energy throughout the day, would you say? So, I want you to rate it by number, but I want you to think 1 is absolutely bedridden, like you cannot leave the bed and you don't plan on it. And then 10 is you're feeling so much energy that you can run a marathon. So let's be honest and realistic with that, right? You just had a baby 6 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair number, and I will write that down for today, and then we will always check on your energy level every time that we meet for a session, okay? And I also want you to get into the habit of journaling these kinds of things as well. I want you to be so in tune with your body and your mind, everything. I want everything to be aligned during this process, because I promise you that is what is going to help you to see the results that you wish to see, okay? All right, let's see. Now I'm going to ask you questions about your mood, okay? Again, I want you to be as honest as possible. There is no right or wrong answer, and there is no judgment here, okay? So if there has been any changes, any anxiety or overwhelm, I want to know those things. Okay, a little bit of anxiety. And is this your first child? Okay, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or 10. You're gonna have that mom anxiety. It just happens. It's part of our nature for some reason. But I want you to take a deep breath. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be a great mother. You already are. You've made it past the 6 weeks. The newborn phase is crazy. Okay. Yes, and that's another. We will be laughing. We will be, just having a good time together. That's what I want for you. I want you to enjoy so much your health and wellness journey. I don't want you to the struggles because there's gonna be days that are harder than others, okay? I'm very transparent about that. It's not always gonna be fun and games all of the time. Sorry, I had to check my son. Yeah. So we're off for the holidays, and so he's always asking me for Robux. Okay. Okay. He's a teenager. Yeah, you'll reach that stage one day. So enjoy the newborn phase now. That's all I have to say. All right. So, how is your sleep, and are you able to rest when your baby sleeps? And I know that that is a kind of annoying question. I used to hate when people would tell me sleep when the baby sleeps, but you start to try to do that because your sleep is a virtue. Okay, it's something that is definitely needed in this journey, especially. Okay, so if you're wanting to have a better mood, if you're wanting to have more energy throughout the day, you're trying to boost your metabolism, sleep is a... Sorry, are you there? I'm so sorry. We seem to have lost connection, and that's the thing about these Zoom calls sometimes. I apologize for that. Yeah, good thing the session is free today. So have you been able to sleep? Let's just pick up right where we left off. Okay. Okay, so you'd say right now from let's give it a percentage. Okay, are you passing? A 65. Okay. You know what? That is a passing grade, okay? C's get degrees. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. One of my favorites, okay? What is going on with the breastfeeding or milk supply update? Are you breastfeeding? Are you formula feeding? Remember that a fed baby is a healthy baby. It doesn't matter how they're being fed. Yeah. Okay. Good for you. All right. So you have been doing combo feeding. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. So, a little backstory on me. For me and my second son, I did try to combo feed, but he would not take to the formula. I tried 3 different formulas and I just gave up. So, I continued to nurse him on the one side that I was producing, and so far, so good. We are at 10 months postpartum. Yes, that's the most exciting part about Gentle Gains ASMR. You'll be working alongside me. I am going to be your coach, and I am also postpartum. Yeah, yep. So, perfect. All right, so you're combo feeding, and you would say he's eating healthily. Your supply is good. Okay. So for the most part, are you pumping as well, or are you just exclusively breastfeeding when you're with the baby? Okay, so there's a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Okay, yeah. All right, so any changes in your body that worry you currently? So post your visit, is there anything that has risen that I should be aware of? That means any bleeding, swelling, any abdominal discomfort, anything that alarms you that you would ask ChatGPT about, or Dr. Google. Okay. I told you I keep it real here. Okay. So no, thank you. Okay, perfect. If that was to happen, if something was to arise that concerns you, the first thing I would like you to do is contact your primary care doctor. And at this time, you do have one, correct? Okay. You have established a primary care post seeing the doctors that worked with you for delivery. Yep. Okay, perfect. I have to ask because sometimes I do have clients come in without that, and one of the protocols is to make sure that we are working with somebody who has established care. In case of emergency, we would have to connect with these doctors. Okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And we do have your health insurance and doctors on file because you filled out your intake form. Okay, perfect, perfect. How does your body feel with gentle movements? So like gentle movements would be walking, bending, and lifting, light exercises. So lifting something as heavy as your baby. Okay, good. And then, okay. So sometimes with the bending is okay. And you haven't done light exercising. Okay. So slowly and surely make you do something that feels impossible for you. We will ease into things, okay? Gentle, gentle, gentle games. All right. Have you tried any gentle exercises since your clearance, and how did it feel? We've already established you have not done any. Just some light walking. Okay. Right, because they did tell you to wait on that. Okay. So we're going to continue on that journey with walking, right? One of the things that I want you to do is start getting into at least ease into 5K steps a day, and then go up to so I want you to do 5K for the first week, okay, since you haven't been really walking, and then I want you to go up to 7K next week, okay, if you're starting to feel that comfortability, and then eventually when we will talk about introducing to 10K and up, okay? All right, perfect. All right, so is there any tightness or discomfort in your core, your hips, or your pelvic area? So this is where your pelvic area is. Yeah. Okay. Good. No, just so slightly at the core. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna be doing those deep core exercises. That's perfect. And you said the hips are feeling okay. Good. Okay. All right. So now the fun question is the main goals for the next few weeks. So I want to know, what are your goals for your fitness? What are your goals for your energy? How do you want to feel? Your mental wellness. What is it that you would like to see for your mental health, right? And then also your bonding, right? Bonding with baby, bonding with yourself. So here we are working on your physical and mental wellness, okay? All combined, everything, it all falls into place together, okay? So we want to make sure that these things marry. Yeah, okay, so let me know. I'm just going to start writing them down, okay? Yep, yep, take the floor. Okay, fitness, you definitely want to do that, yes, okay. So, and then your energy, okay? You see? Okay, just like that. Okay. And you said, yeah. And then for your mental, you said you just want to make sure you're feeling this. Okay. And then, that is, yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then there's, yeah. I hear that. Okay, good. So you want to look good, feel good. You want to feel good in your skin, for yourself. And you have your goal for, yeah. Okay, so you're planning on taking a trip. Okay, alright. Even if it was a staycation, listen, we do what we do. We want to look and feel good. We want to look and feel our best. Okay, perfect. You deserve it, because you had a beautiful baby. And they deserve the best mom, the best, most confident mom. Okay. The healthiest. Yes, yes. Okay, so do you feel supported by your partner, by your family, or your friends? Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then for those relationships that you just kind of feel like could be better, what are your hopes? Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Well, it's good to have a good support system, and it's sounding like you have. Okay, good, excellent. Yeah, all right. And is there anything specific you would like guidance on during your postpartum journey besides what we obviously will be working on, right? Getting you into the best shape physically and mentally. Anything that comes to mind that you really want us to stress? Or not stress, but like really want us to focus on, excuse me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. So we have run through all of the questions for our questionnaire, and I have got to know a lot about you, which I'm so excited about because I just feel so hopeful for you. And I hope that you are feeling that way as well now that we've gotten to chat with one another. Yes, oh, I'm so excited. So we'll be doing a lot of gentle exercises that are going to help you to see and feel those differences that you discussed with me today. Okay, so remember, gentle gains is not about how fast you get to your goals. It's about consistency in a calm manner, something that is going to help you to feel your best every single day so that there's longevity to your goals and it's not something that was rushed through so that causes your cortisol levels to go up, and just not allowing yourself the joy of the process, right? To feel the joy in the process, to feel the joy in even the struggle. So I want you to stay encouraged, okay? And I want you to rest assured that you will achieve those goals that you wish to achieve as long as you are kind to yourself and as long as you stay at the pace that you need to be on, okay? You need to just take a deep breath with me because you are exactly where you need to be, okay? All right. So, homework for this first week before we see each other, before we get into our working out together, and I will be sending you as well some workouts for you to do at home. Of course, I won't be just sending you off into the world with nothing to do. No. So I will be making sure that when we meet together and we get through some of these exercises, you will feel comfortable enough to do them on your own, either at home or at the gym, okay? And I will give you all of the things that you need, all of the tools, and I'm always just a text or email away. It's up to you, whichever way is easiest for you to contact me. I am available to you, okay? It might take me a few hours to get to you, but I will respond, okay? I am your coach, you are my client, and your success is my success, okay? Your success is what helps me to be the best coach that I can be. And yes, I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you took this next step on your health and wellness journey for yourself and for your child, okay? Because it's not just about you anymore. Isn't that insane? Like, you just woke up one day and the world became something even more special, something even more beautiful to look forward to, okay? So I wish you well for this week. Any questions, please contact me, and I will talk to you next week.